Hi, you're listening to Nampa at Noon. I'm your host, Kurt, and today I'd like to take you to a place many people worry all so much about. College for many, it's a goal, and for some, it's a nightmare. Today we have a guest, Olivia.
Hi.
Here to give us a look into the life of a college student of Western Idaho. So Olivia, did you always know you were going to college?
So I actually, when I first graduated from high school, I vehemently thought that I was never going to go to college. I thought that it was just like a complete money grab and that it was basically pointless. But I kind of learned over the years in between graduating and attending CWI that not going to college was not working for me. I had a lot of odd jobs, let's say, and I hated all of them. I wasn't doing very good mentally or physically, and I just learned that I had to do something about it. I had to take control of my future.
So what was the tipping point for you on going to college?
So my tipping point was definitely in winter of 2016. I was in what is probably the worst depression of my entire life. I had just quit my least favorite job ever. And I didn't know where I was going to go. I was just obviously not in a great place mentally. And my parents kind of gently gave me a choice. You can either go back to work or you can go to college and sort of figure out what you're going to do next. And I was just in a place where I kind of just felt like I never wanted to go to work again. So obviously, I couldn't do nothing. So I kind of was just like, yeah, okay, I'll go to college.
You bring up a really good point. In your 20s, it really is a tough time just figuring out life and getting into college or wherever you decide to go with your path, but it's definitely tough on anyone. One thing I'd like to touch on is, how have your plans changed over the course of going to college?
So when I first started, I knew that I really wanted to open up my own business at some point. But over the course of how long I've been here, unfortunately, all of the business ideas I had, all of those industries are doing very, very poorly. And as I've kind of learned more about the bureaucratic red tape and laws and stuff involved in running your own business, I realized that it's definitely not something I want to do anymore. So that was kind of a tough thing for me too, kind of giving up on that dream in order to move on to something different. I have a lot of issues letting go of stuff like that, so it was really difficult because it is a dream that I had for a really long time. But now I'm kind of hoping to maybe do advertising and graphic design for a larger company, and I hope that I can kind of change the industry a little bit. That would be something that I would really like to do.
They do really say that first year of college is pretty rough, and it really is a time to reflect and decide and kind of make that path towards the direction you're looking for. With that, I was going to ask, what would you say is the most frustrating part of college? Because I know, getting that start and that path is rough, so I know there must be some things that come with that.
So the worst thing has definitely been sort of I don't know exactly what you would call it, but let's just say the bureaucratic red tape of things. I actually couldn't declare a major because of some sort of communication issue between CWI and my high school. So that kind of set me back in terms of what I could take, because if I hadn't declared a major, I couldn't take major-specific courses. So I would definitely say just all of the annoying little technical things you have to do and all the people that you have to get in touch with have been the most difficult thing for me to deal with.
Well, I have to say, college and easy don't belong together in the same sentence. But even though it can be frustrating, what would you say how would you stay positive in all this? What keeps you going?
So what keeps me positive is you kind of just have to take things one day at a time and accept things that you can't control. With my weird bureaucratic red tape issues, I kind of just had to say, all right, I've done all that I can do, so I'm just gonna stand back until this gets resolved. You kind of just need to learn to accept things that you can't change, but if you can change them, you have to figure out how.
Today we brought up some great points about college and kind of just a few of the aspects of it. It's always good to inform everyone, never a bad thing to learn more information. The more the better. Anyways, it was nice having you here today, Olivia.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's been a fun day here on the show. Thanks for tuning in to Nampa at Noon, and we'll see you next time.